Hi guys, I'm back with a very exciting topic. Today we're going to talk about using forest bathing to boost your immune system. Now, this was used in Japan in the 80s for physical and mental health. This is not about just actually taking a bath in nature. It's about getting out in nature and breathing in or taking in the forest atmosphere. So there's three interesting studies I want to just talk about briefly, and they're out of Japan. And they relate to being out the forest, being exposed to native evergreens like the spruce and pine and other evergreen trees. So this is the essence of forest bathing. You're out in the forest and you're breathing in certain chemicals from these trees. They're essential oils. They isolated this really interesting immune benefit from being exposed to certain essential oils that are actually being emitted from the trees in the forest. So that group of compounds is phytoncides. Now there's many different individual chemicals in this category, but here's what they found. This chemical significantly increases your natural killer cells. Now, the natural killer cells are part of the immune system under the innate section. The innate category of your immune system is something you're born with. These white blood cells don't have to be trained. They just know what to do. And natural killer cells do several things. One thing is they will punch a hole into cells that have been infected by viruses and cause the cell to commit suicide. So they destroy not just the cell, but the virus inside it. And they have certain chemical weapons that they use. There's actually three studies, and I put the links down below. The first study was in 2006. It was performed on a small group of people for 3 days and 2 nights. They went into the forest, and they did before and after testing, and they found significant increase in the number of killer T cells, as well as a significant spike in this compound. The next study was done in 2008 for 3 days, and then they compared that to people that were in the city that actually went out for a walk and they spent time relaxing. They just wanted to differentiate, is it something in the forest or is it just about going for a walk, okay? And they found people in the forest that did the 2-hour walks had significant increase. But not only did they find a spike in killer T cells, but also in the weaponry that that cell uses to annihilate virus-infected cells. Now, in the last study, which was done in 2009, this was done in a hotel room. And what they did is they infused this essential oil with this chemical throughout the air. And guess what they found? They found significant increases in natural killer cells and the weaponry that they use. In addition to that, they also checked their adrenaline levels, and they found that their adrenaline was decreased. So not only did they have the immune benefit, but they had the stress reduction benefit at the same time. And one last thing I wanted to show you, okay? These are two groups, the forest group and the city group. And these are all the essential oils that are being emitted from the trees. In summary, I want to emphasize again, and I've done this in several videos, the great importance of strengthening your immune system. And here's a real natural, inexpensive way to do it, to stimulate your natural killer cells and the weaponry they use to kill off viruses. Getting out in nature, spending some time walking in the woods, being exposed to all these amazing things that are emitted from these trees. And one last interesting thing I want to make note of is that the effects that were created in the body lasted for at least a couple weeks. Once you're out of lockdown, hopefully very soon, you can get out in the woods, be exposed to these trees, and really receive the benefit, the immune benefits that you can get from being out in nature.